Hey, hi, my name's Gino Salerno. I'm a professional voice actor and an audio engineer who's worked with many a rock, pop, and country artist to help make them sound as great as they can possibly sound. But Jody Lee, man, bro, there's nothing I can do for you, bro. That dude's toast.
Dirty floors? Not a problem with the new Taylor Swiffer.
Hard floors, maybe they need cleaning. I know what will leave them gleaming. The new Taylor Swiffer mop.
Yes, the new Taylor Swift.
Lightweight, easy to carry. Picks up messes that are hairy.
Thank you,
and
Taylor.
Dust and dirt and other things that you've got.
Taylor, they've got the idea now. The new Taylor Swiffer. It just keeps going and going. Just like you know who. Taylor, stop singing. Enough, Taylor. Shut up.
There's just one thing you should know about Nashville.
You know what? You're nuts. You're all nuts. You've been focused so hard on making it, you forgot about one little thing. It's called the music. And I don't even care. You know what? So what? I don't want to hang out with a bunch of wannabe corporate sellouts, and we are going to start a revolution.
Go forth and multiply. These songs are yours.
Texas Homegrown Radio.
This is a revolution.
Hey y'all, this is Cody Braun with Reckless Kelly, coming to you live from Cabo, Mexico. You're listening to The Morning Ride with Jody Lee.
It's the morning ride. Live from the Rockstar Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios, it's the morning ride.
Nope. This is the first I've heard of it.
Come on. What?
Hey everybody, this is Ray Wiley Howard, and you're on the morning ride with the one and only Jody Lee.
I know that, dude. It's a household name.
All right, welcome back in. It is the morning ride right here on Texas Homegrown Radio.
Live from Texas Homegrown Studios.
This is Jim.
Where was I?
He always did. Usually right before I go live, he decides he needs to go do something. Like
I gotta jump back in. Hey,
I used to think it was on purpose, but no. It's just ADD.
I get distracted.
Kobe Lee Swift in studio with us.
Sir,
Thanks for joining us, man. I had to adjust the cameras because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Because we had Janie Balderas in here. She's little, and I had the camera down. I was like, oh crap, I gotta adjust this. So, good to have you, man.
Yes, sir, good to
Thanks
be here.
for making it out here into the wilderness to hang out with us.
It's a crazy little look, man. You got a building in the middle of nowhere.
That's the way we like
flying,
it.
And
Yeah.
you got a
Well,
fat
you know,
y'all didn't hit that tumbleweed on the way in.
I got tired of fighting the paparazzis.
I
you know,
understand
Jeb never liked the paparazzis anyhow.
No.
Yeah.
I pop paparazzi.
They're scared to come out here and mess with us. When you have guests like Kobe Lee Swift, you can't be having paparazzi hanging around.
No.
You know?
We just don't want you have to go to town for music, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was kind of weird, man. Country music being made in town.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to have it in the
Just-
country
yeah.
where this radio station is actually at.
I have to say that that's why I was excited to have you in studio, because I feel like you're one of the young cats that gets it, that's staying true to country music, and
That's
and
right.
I think like you could sing anything and it would sound country. You know what I mean? Like
Amen.
Yeah, I mean maybe not a Sam Hunt song, but other than that,
Absolutely right.
I feel like I should send him a cease and desist order and be like, you can't use the name Hunt. I'm sorry, you can't use Hunt, Hunter. Anything about the outdoors.
Yeah, just don't even talk about it.
Sit down.
All right, Link Brad. We bash Bro Country quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I was doing that when it first started, because I had like a vendetta against Billy Ray Cyrus. So
Did you?
yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, like Achy Breaky Heart was my kryptonite. And everybody knew it, and people would buy me Billy Ray Cyrus stuff, and I would burn it. Like I was like,
That's a great song,
yeah.
though. I mean, I like
Yeah.
singing it at least.
and you know what's bad is I have a bad heart, and so I feel like maybe it was karma. You know, maybe that's why I ended up in a coma. It was because of my achy breaky heart. I'm like, oh, how the wheels have turned.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like Doc Holliday. It's like I was laying in bed and I'm like, that's funny. But man, you've been tearing it up. Got the new single out, Chaser.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. I do. Been recording.
That's Chaser Crouch's favorite song, I think. Yeah.
Is it?
There's an artist named Chaser Crouch. I don't know if you know him or not, but when I first saw that, I was like, man, I bet Chaser's gonna love this song because he always thought he had a weird name and nobody ever said it. You know, like now he's like, oh, there's a song about me.
Yeah, it's definitely a heck of a song. I really enjoy playing it.
It's a great tune, man. In fact, me and Jeb were jamming out to it on the way here this morning. So
it's got a good feel to it.
Yeah,
that's a good song, Bo.
That's good stuff. And what was the one before? Tail Lights?
Tail Lights.
Yeah, that was a great song
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah,
It's about Highway 71.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh man, I know about Highway 71.
Now he's gonna go. They're gonna be leaving here writing one about County Road 408.
It could happen. It could happen.
You go through. Where are you from? About
Midfield.
Midfield.
Yes, from Victoria.
Wow.
About 45 minutes from Victoria.
Wow.
Yeah.
You make
So you from
you
South
making
Texas.
rounds. How many stations have you been to lately?
We've been to.
Do you even know what town you're in?
I really don't. I'll be honest. I don't. Don't ask me. We've been to.
Thank you, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we've been to 9. We've been to 9 radio stations so far. 8 or 9 so far.
We need you on the road when you put clean socks on the rider.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that used to do that.
Thank you.
You know, Bart Crow used to put clean sheets. He got clean sheets for his bus. And I'm like, you know, you can wash those, right? And he goes, nah, it's better just throw them away, get new ones.
She wouldn't wear his ring, that's why.
Oh, man. That's greatness. The stuff that you learn from artists. It's just insane.
Heck yeah.
Sean McConnell had the weirdest rider when I was at Twisted J, and I was having to book people at first, and I'd seen a bunch of their riders, and he had the weirdest. It was like artesian water, like it was like water from a glacier from Alaska, you know, like all right.
I need gluten.
Like the water boy, you know.
I need GMO and gluten-free goldfish.
It was it was like all like this healthy. I'm like, you know, this is Stephenville, Texas, right? Cowboy capital of the world.
I bring you a head of lettuce.
You want fresh caught sushi, like from the ocean.
Take the purple Skittles out and just leave the whole bowl. I'm fine with that.
I saw a guy the other day on the side of the road, and it's like 104 outside, and he was like, fresh fish and shrimp from the coast, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not fresh. Like it's 104. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
He's got it in a 5-gallon bucket.
It's like fresh. It's fresh.
I called her this morning.
Like, yeah, that's what she said. I fell for that before.
You're my only one.
I know that smell anywhere. Sorry, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. Usually it takes longer before I go off the on ramp, but we always say we start on the information superhighway, but then we hit the off ramp pretty quick, and somehow we end up on a back road 408. You know,
reminds me of Afro Man.
At a radio station.
Yeah.
Reminded me of Afro Man here. Hello, ladies.
I was.
Good morning, ladies.
Have you ever played with Sam Riggs?
No.
I feel like y'all have a lot of the same personality, but Sam he's super talented. Like, he plays every instrument, but he was playing a big show in town, and they kidnapped me. I was outside the bar and I was talking to this girl, and then this white van pulls up and they threw a bag over my head and threw me into the van and took off. And like, so everybody thought I got kidnapped,
God,
you know.
man.
And it turned out to be Sam. But
he just messing with
you. They took me to a party. Like, they're afraid I would say no, so they just threw a bag over my head and kidnapped me.
That's awesome.
But he told everybody I was his sport player. So, like, he even put it on his webpage. Like, forever I was listed as the sport player. And like, yeah, I built it up at the party. And he was telling everybody that, and I was like, yeah, I'm the only artist that's sponsored by KFC and Taco Casa.
How long did that go?
Yeah. So I just want to throw that out there in case you need a sport player. I haven't played with Sam in a while, so
I ain't been to a party in a while neither.
Yeah, sporks. I mean, it's a spoon, it's a fork, it's both. It's the Hannah Montana of eating utensils.
Oh my god.
The best of both worlds.
Only one sponsored by KFC and Taco.
Oh man! Well, enough about me. You want to play a tune and give everybody a little
I'll play
hint
somebody a tune.
of Kobe Lee Swift?
We this one's gonna be out on the EP here shortly. It's called "Plain Old Boy from Texas." Had the same old truck since high school. Couldn't let her rust in the barn. Got a CD stuck in the console. At least it's stuck on George. And my John Deere cap is faded. Ain't as green as it was before. I thought about doing something new with my life, but they don't make them like me anymore. And Dallas has got me thinking, and Fort Worth has crossed my mind. And beer's the only reason I ever crossed the county line. I thought about making a move, but I'm not sure what my next is. Hey, what have I got to prove? I'm just a plain old boy from Texas. I'm at the same little church every Sunday, second row from the very back pew. And I can move up closer to the preacher, but I ain't there for the view. Heck yeah, I'm still a Cowboys fan, only from my living room. I've heard about nights and big city lights, but just between me and you. And Dallas has got me thinking, and Fort Worth has crossed my mind. Beer's the only reason I ever crossed the county line. I thought about making a move, but I'm not sure what my next is. Hey, what have I got to prove? I'm just a plain old boy from Texas. Hey, what have I got to prove? I'm just a plain old boy from Texas. Plain old boy from Texas.
All right.
Oh, that's good stuff right there, man.
Thank you.
I like
Thank
that
you.
Stuff right there.
I dig
Appreciate
that,
it.
man.
Thanks so
That's what
much.
I'm talking about. That's a way to start the day off.
Yes,
Yeah.
plain old boy from Texas.
Nothing.
Talking about, brother.
Thanks, man.
Nothing like bringing an artist in early in the morning and say, "Hey, play me some songs."
Yeah, dude, you have no idea.
Sing those ones with the really high range.
Yeah, man.
Can I have some water? No, just play a song for me.
Speaking of that,
We and let me know if you got to go because we try to keep everybody the whole show.
that's fine. That's fine with me.
And I get in trouble from promoters all the time, especially Dylan. He's like, "Hey, they're supposed to be somewhere else." I'm like, "Oh, tell Melissa I'm sorry. They're gonna be late."
Yeah, we've been late once this whole time.
Maybe that's why he sent you to Melissa first, because he knew that we would get into some like stories, and then I would keep you here.
We'll be in Abilene night after this, so we're going back and forth.
Right on.
A lot of driving.
making the miles.
Who are you going to see in Abilene next?
That's a good question. I'm just here for the
The
ride.
DJ guy. The DJ.
I'm here for the ride.
he's like, Bobby just tells me where
Good
we're
answer,
going. Like,
good
yeah,
That's all I need to
Hey,
know.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
Right
here
on.
to
Good
smile.
answer.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's all this guy's fault right there. He tries to stay off camera, but I'm gonna put him on there anyway.
He's great. Bobby Wayne Walkup. Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah.
He is a character.
We're having a fun time. Hey, if you ever want a job where you don't make any money but you have a blast, you can be a DJ for me.
He'd be a manager.
It'd be a great DJ.
He'd be a manager too.
That's the dude who should be managing me, man.
I'd be dang.
Man.
Yeah, you also like. I feel like you're like across the like if Sam Riggs and Parker McCollum had a baby, like Parker when he first started out, I had a FM station and I just happened to have the Marines there doing a pull-up challenge because we were in a shopping center and they wanted to do like this live remote thing pull-up challenge, and Parker like kicked their butt on the pull-up challenge. Like this little Marine guy that was a recruiter was like giving Parker a hard time. And he's like, "I challenge you to pull up challenge." And Parker's like, "No." And he just kept on. And he's like, "All right." So then they start doing it. And the guys, you can see the Marine guy was getting tired. He looks over at Parker and he was had one arm. He's like, dude. I found pictures of it the other day, but he reminds me.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, they're like, hey, can we recruit you to the Marines? He's like, no, I'm gonna go be a superstar.
No, yeah, absolutely. He made a good choice.
Yeah, I think it worked out.
No, yeah, it did work out.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of that.
Though.
Parker McCollum, everybody usually says that. Yeah, whenever I was younger, at least.
I was the first show that he played on, so we were doing a live show, and I had Mike Ryan and William Clark Green, which they weren't even that big at the time. They were like, probably mid-range. And Will's like, hey, I got this kid we want to let play. He goes by the Limestone Kid. I go, well, that's stupid. That's never gonna work. That's never gonna work.
Limestone Kid.
Wow. So I kind of missed that one, and then I also told Stoney LaRue that nobody on radio would play somebody named Stoney back in the day. So that's the two that I missed. So don't let anybody tell you. Just do
it.
Have you had people say don't use Swift because you're gonna get the Taylor Swift thing?
Oh, I've had people tell me a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I just kind of let it go, let it blow out the other ear. But Swift was for sure.
I'm sure you get that.
It was always. Are you related to Taylor Swift?
You say no. I own a trucking company.
No. Yeah. Usually I just say she's my wife and let them. Whoa.
No,
she's my wife.
Yeah,
she took my name.
Yeah, she's my wife. She took my name.
They'll be like, why are you called Swift? Because that's what your mom calls me.
Swiftly.
And sweetly.
I almost got killed from a biker, but it turned out he loved me for saying mama jokes.
Yeah. He thought it was hilarious. We were playing down there.
We were playing a show in the stockyards, and we.
I love the stockyards.
We wear vests, so we got the 5 and dimer patch, and. We wear vests like that most of the time, like Jeb has on, and mine's more bikery looking, I guess.
He's got
that's pretty biker.
And I was waiting to go to the bathroom, and this biker dude, he was like pretty scary looking. He turned around, he looked at me, he goes, "What do you ride?" And I said, "You're a mama." Dude, and there was like this long pause and silence, and he goes, "I like you, man."
Well, the guy had like 1% tattoos and stuff. Like, I mean, he's got like teardrops.
Yeah. And he's like, come look at
thank you.
Yeah. He's like, come look at our bikes, man. And then turns out, what was it? What was the club there?
Y'all didn't even own bikes, right? Y'all didn't drive there in bikes.
No.
Yeah. I ride. Yeah. He doesn't ride as much.
Not anymore. I stay off Mama's tea. But it was like this moment, though, where I was like, I done said it, like my mouth done opened and it came out. So you just gotta sell it, Like you just gotta
keep going.
So he's looking at me like he's mad, and I'm looking at him like I'm mad. Like it was like this. Like I feel like if it was a skit, on Saturday Night Live, it would just keep going back and forth to our faces to be like.
I wasn't even around for that part of it. I walked back and this guy's like partying with a bunch of freaking like bikers. They're just like, yeah,
big biker dudes.
Yeah, it was like one of the big clubs. Like
I walk over, I'm like, what's up? And they're all like, hey, like, whatever, dude.
It's like, can I join your gang? And they're like, it's a club. Don't call it a gang. It's a club.
Yeah,
you
gotta
I think they're banditos. Yeah. I think that's what they
I don't know. They had bandanas. Yeah,
I think they were banditos.
I think so. One offered me some tamales. So
some tamales.
Yeah, out of his bike. I'm like, those got to be good.
Out of his pocket?
No, out of his bike.
He got me a saddlebag.
I'm like, tamales. Tamales. Is that what we're calling it these days?
I mean,
chuck it out.
Yeah, he's
tamales.
So you want one?
Yeah. I'm like,
he's like, come on, I got a refrigerator.
You don't tell a fat kid that, and that. Come on, man. Like, tempt me with tamales.
Tamales.
Like
maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, see, instead of a white van with candy, what gets me is a Harley with tamales. How did Jody get kidnapped? They had tamales.
I'm not sure if he's kidnapped or has joined the gang. We're not sure yet.
I'm the leader.
Supposed to be.
Did any weird stuff happen to you, like at shows like that, like
man,
with fans or whatever?
Nothing weird. I've had an unfortunate situation. I was just telling him, I had a TaylorMade guitar one time. My first ever TaylorMade guitar. I was excited to have it, excited to play with it at the first show I had. Yeah. And after the show, I went to the restroom or something. The whole thing got stolen. That's probably the craziest thing that's ever happened to me at a bar. But nobody ever offered me tamales out of a saddlebag of a Harley Davidson. So I could say that I had to check that one off my bucket list there, pal. Couldn't say that.
Hey, I just forgot to look at the Facebook stuff. No, Dylan said, Jody Lee mean munged a dune after talking about his mama. That's right. That's right. That's what it did. Yeah. Good to see old Dylan Steen watching this morning. And Phil Wallace says, Stockyard Kid. Yes, that's what Phil is, the Stockyard Kid.
Stockyard Kid.
He's
Nice.
he's famous for falling down now at the show.
At the Stockyards? Or just after?
It's there was a video of it. It's actually an old video. Was it? I think it was at Filthies or something where he fell and he fell into
He
guitar.
goes to get back up on the stage and the band's playing and he just goes, boom.
It feels awesome.
and
But
the
it went
fi-
viral, yeah.
I felt like the fiddle player did that to him.
I think they
though.
tripped him.
Like I was watching,
It wasn't Phil's fault.
and I was watching fiddle player, and the fiddle player he had this like gypsy
look
look
in
in
his
his
eye.
eye, and he was playing this gypsy kind of thing. I think he made it happen. Man.
Tommy Patterson said country music is alive and doing very well at Texas Homegrown Studios this morning. Great song and love Kobe's voice.
Come on,
Amen. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Man,
brother.
look at there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Phil said, "Have you seen the new? There's a new video.
Is it
What?
Are we talking about the same video where the
Yeah.
guy's like on the edge of the stage and,
And
the
he falls.
bartenders come and get
that's
him out?
him.
And he falls. Yeah,
Are
he
you
falls into the case and the guitar case.
That's
and,
you?
No, it's
Oh.
Phil. Phil
Oh,
Wallace.
I was about to say, I was about to die.
No,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
fall
funny.
that gracefully. He did way better than I would.
No, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
If
about.
I
Yeah,
fall,
I've
I
seen that
take
video.
out a lot more things.
I mean, Phil kept playing.
Yeah, the whole time on the way down
Yeah,
too.
he's still playing.
Even rolling over.
What was real impressive is he was still in time the whole time. Like he didn't go out of time the whole time.
Because he's a Stockyard Kid.
That is awesome. I've had a lot of Stockyards.
But if you ever played at Filthies, you know that like them people are relentless with the shots. Man.
Yeah.
They keep going and going and
You want
going.
another one?
Yeah,
You want another
shot,
one?
shot.
And you
yeah.
can't help but say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I got to.
I played with my
every
full
time.
I take
band. man.
water.
I
Take
had
water
like,
shots and say tequila, but it's water.
by the end of the night, I had like 12 around me, and I knew I had more than that. And then like it didn't hit me till I was like loading down off the stage, and then I got cross-eyed.
Yeah. I had a friend that I told that he played at a bar in town. He's like, man, I can't do shots anymore. I was like, well, tell the bartender and then tell everybody you drink tequila. When they come to get you a tequila, she'll give you water.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And so he started taking shots, and this one dude just kept buying him shots. And after the show, this guy walks up to him, and he's pretty loaded himself, and he goes, man, I ain't never seen anybody could drink like you. You just kept taking those shots and never slurred, never fell. I was trying to get you drunk. And so he leaves, and the bartender comes up, and she has this wad of cash, and she splits it with the guy that was singing. I'm like, we just came up with a new plan.
The new
Like,
racket.
if they don't want to tip you,
A
you
new
know.
racket.
So the bartender got tipped, and so did the singer. You
That's
know?
smart.
Yeah.
That is smart.
Well, I mean,
But he thought that guy was like, this guy's a legend.
It's like stuff you want to happen, but you can't tell the crowd. Like, don't
Yeah.
buy me liquor. Give me some shot, or
Yeah,
give me
give
some
me-
money
give me
in
money.
the tip jar.
You
Tip
can't-
jar, because then
No,
I
but
go
they
buy
want to.
some
But they
later,
want. They
you
want to
know,
buy
if I
you
want one.
shots. They would rather buy you a $10 shot than to give you $2 in the tip jar.
Right? It's hard.
Yeah, it
man.
makes no sense. But that's what they like. So
Me,
there you
I
go.
don't-
Everybody wants
I
to
don't
swipe
mind.
that card.
He's
I don't
like-
mind.
He's like, I'll take the real stuff.
I'll take it both. I take
That's
it
where
all.
my dollars are going anyway.
Yeah,
We cut out the
money
mid-
to drink. I got money to
Cut
drink.
out the middleman.
I like options, man.
You like options?
Heck yeah. You know, maybe I don't want to drink
Maybe
that
you-
much.
maybe you don't
but I
want-
want some of the money to drink later.
Yeah, maybe you don't want well tequila. You'd rather have something good later.
That's why my head hurts this
Yeah,
morning.
there you go. It's the cheap stuff.
That's what it was, yeah.
See, the older you get, the more you realize that everything in life is more about quality and not quantity.
Yeah, water and
When I was
family.
young, it was all about quantity, and then when I got older, it's like, oh, quality. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes way more sense.
Makes more sense in
That's
a
how
lot
I
of
feel.
avenues in your life. It makes more sense.
Oh yeah. Everywhere.
Yeah,
Really.
it's worth the extra money to have quality.
Quality.
Dang sure is, man. Dang sure is. That's the truth.
So you got shows coming up around here?
Yes, sir. Not around
I know
here.
you said you've been playing all over, like different states and stuff.
Yes, sr. Just been playing different places. Anything I can keep my chops up right now. We're
Yeah.
just mainly focused on getting in the studio and staying recording and pushing out these new songs.
That's
that
a
we
full time job now because I feel like songs don't have a shelf life like they used to.
Man,
It's all about content, you know. and
We were just talking about that. Radio and music is a whole different. It's totally different from what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
You can't wake up and just you can't practice anymore. I mean, you can, but you have to worry about 17 different other things behind you.
Yeah.
before your day can start.
You got all the social media stuff. You got places you got to be.
Videos, content.
Yeah, content's crazy.
Me and Jody always say you don't need to practice if you play enough shows because every show, you just keep it rolling.
That's a good point.
Right.
That's a great.
You're
point.
practicing as you go.
Yeah,
exactly right. Exactly.
We never do the same thing twice, anyways.
Yeah,
we tried doing.
It's kind of like our morning show. Like we tried to do show prep and it never happens.
You got to read the crowd.
That's where I'm at right now at my shows. Honestly, I have not a set list. I have an idea of songs I'm going to be playing.
Yeah.
And just recently, I started trying to get a set list going because we're trying to mix all these originals in and new things that we're putting out in. And so it's kind of got me in a blur. Well, I forget what I'm playing. I forget what I'm going to do next. I'm actually trying to work on my set list right now. It's like one of my things that I'm working on.
You should put Freebird in there.
When you get
Freebird in there.
Freebird,
yeah. When you get with the full band, that's when the set list really gets important, though. Is because when you get with the full band, they got to know what they're doing next. You got to have preludes, because you can't have any dead silence up there. You got to roll into the next song.
Or just tell a dad joke.
Tell a dad joke?
That's what I do, yeah.
Got a dad joke?
Yeah, I got tons. I got so many dad jokes. I make up my own jokes. Like all the time. In fact, I made up one the other day with my nephew because I was thinking about Kyle Park. And
I love Kyle Park.
Yeah. But I always give him like short people jokes. He gives me fat jokes, I give him short people jokes. But I was thinking like if Kyle Park ran a hospital for midgets, and their theme song would be, all we need a little patience. Yeah.
It'd be the short version of the song.
Just little patience.
Yeah.
It's like Kyle Park's hospital for midgets.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh God. They could build it in Park.
Hey, right? Yeah. I asked him that in an interview one time. It's like, if they named a park after you, would it be Park or Kyle Park? And he goes, well, they did name a bridge after me. And I'm like, was it a little bridge? And he's like, yes.
It was.
Oh, man.
Short bridge.
Little foot bridge.
It's been good times and short memories.
Oh man, I remember one time I had the FM station. When you walk in the door, there was like these where the salespeople sit. There was these little wooden things. They're about like this tall, like if you're sitting down, you could see over it, but you couldn't see into the desk area.
Right.
And there's a little bell, but the wind blew the door open, and the bell went ding. And my secretary that sat up front, she turned around, she goes, Kyle Park's here. And I lost it. Like I was because you couldn't see anybody.
Oh, man. That's funny.
That is good.
Good times. Good. How tall are you? You get the
6'5".
So you get the tall jokes?
Yeah, all the time. I guess. I mean, I ain't that tall. I'm just good to look at.
You related to Carl Whitworth?
No.
The Rifleman. That's right. That's it. Chuck Connors.
Chuck Connors, the Rifleman.
Yeah.
6'5". Can't never find jeans that ever fit.
See, I have the same problem, but the other way.
The other way? I'm this way.
You're this way. I'm this way.
Yeah.
Like it was.
31, 30.
That's.
31,
I'm bigger. I would be like Girth Brooks.
Girth Brooks. Yeah.
It's all about the girth.
Kyle Park.
Oh man. Nathan says Kyle Park Parkway. I gotta get out of this. You want to do another song, then we'll take a little break?
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'll do this one right here is going to be on the EP as well. It's called John Deere Rust.
Dylan's gonna go tell Kyle Park about all my jokes.
Wouldn't even crank when he bought it. Couldn't even get it started. But he still brought it home, 'cause Daddy was good with his hands. Mama thought he was crazy. Said, how we gonna raise these babies? He said, Mama, don't worry, 'cause I've got a plan. and he got it running somehow. Then he went and borrowed a plow with a little bit of seed and a little bit of dirt, a little bit of rain and a whole lot of work, mixing a little prayer to the Lord above. A few months later and the corn pops up, and he turned those 40 acres into fields of money makers. Yeah, Daddy taught us how to find a little green in that John Deere rust. Been a while since I've seen a tractor in this rat race I'm chasing after. Everything I am, what I've done, where I've gone, started on the family farm with a little bit of seed and a little bit of dirt, a little bit of rain and a whole lot of work, mixing a little prayer to the Lord above. A few months later and the corn pops up, and he turned those 40 acres into fields of money makers. Yeah, Daddy taught us how to find a little green in that John Deere rust. With a little bit of seed and a little bit of dirt, a little bit of rain and a whole lot of work, mixing a little prayer to the Lord above. A few months later and the corn pops up, he turned those 40 acres into fields of money makers. Yeah, Daddy taught us how to find a little green in that John Deere rust.
Oh man, that's my favorite one so
That was
far.
awesome, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks so
That
much.
is
You wrote
good
that
too.
song?
Not myself, no, sir. I got it pitched to me. Is
that right?
Yes, sir. No,
That's a great tune.
it's great tune.
That's a
tune.
great song, right?
You know, recently it's been not hard to write. Just had to get out of it a little bit. You know, that writer's block.
Sure.
You know, for a long time, I was in it for a little bit. And
Hey, but you know, there's nothing wrong with taking a good song from somebody else.
absolutely not.
No
Especially
problem with
whenever
that
it's
at all.
especially whenever it's everything that
When
that
you
you
feel
can't say. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Stuff that I couldn't say at that point in time, and somebody just goes, "Hey."
and then you're like, hey, that's my words. Like,
Yeah, that's exactly.
yeah, because I think like when you hear a song that somebody wrote and you feel it, you're like, oh, other people are going to feel this too. You know, I think that's, and there's a lot of great songwriters out there, and it's hard for songwriters nowadays because so many people do write their own stuff.
Yeah, I write. Me and him, we write together quite a bit. We have a lot more coming too. I just think sometimes songwriters need to get them songs out there because I think it could change the game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, me and Jeb were talking about that. We got so many songs. There's no way we could record them all for ourselves.
True. We have a lot of buddies like that too,
and we
yes.
write so much that we started giving away the songs to people, just like, hey, go sing these. You know, why not? They're not doing any good sitting there. You know, they're just collecting dust.
Very true.
Yeah, and it's, you never know when a song's gonna change somebody's day, their life. Like, you know,
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
because people they can take a song and make it about what they're feeling. Like I told Jeb, I've told this a couple times, but I wrote a song about a stalker. Right? It's about this girl. She was really pale, so we called her the Ghost. But I sang it at a show, and this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Oh man, you did heroin too?" And I'm like, "Whoa, what? No."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, well, that's my ghost."
Dang.
And I remember getting just like chill. I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Every day it haunts me." He goes, "I was thinking about going and doing it tonight, and I haven't done it in years." And he goes, "And then I heard your song, and it kept me from wanting to do it."
Wow.
And I'm like, "Whoa, I wrote a deeper song than I thought."
That's awesome. That gave me chills.
But that's when I learned the power of a song.
You
and
never know how it's going.
You never know it's gonna. Yeah, like I kept a dude from doing heroin. Like I feel like I was done. Like I could retire. Like
it is a good feeling.
Yeah,
it is a great feeling whenever you're able to turn heads like that and able to get somebody to say that.
I'm like,
it's
take
awesome.
that, Nancy Reagan. I just had somebody say no. I helped them just say no.
There you go, Lady Bird.
And my Dare Radio pledge is still intact. I used to do Dare. Did y'all have Dare program?
Oh yeah. Don't.
I did a.
I forgot.
I did a syndicated show called Dare Radio. and it was a syndicated show, and I had a dare officer, and I had to do parades with McGruff, the crime dog.
I got suspended one time because I told everybody that dare.
Because you broke your dare pledge?
No, I told everybody dare stood for drugs are really awesome.
That's not even the E.
You didn't know how to spell either, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. But everybody bought it. And people were walking around saying it, and like, you know, it all got back to me, and I got suspended.
Dang.
Not me. I was captain of the dare team.
Yeah.
I upheld my dare pledge. I was at Larry Joe Taylor's talking to William Clark Green. This dude came out of the trees and he goes, "You don't do drugs, do you, man?" And I was like, "No." He goes, "Good, because we do drugs, get our brain where yours already is, man." And then he like took off walking. And William Clark Green looked at me and goes, "I don't know if that was a compliment. Like,
Whatever.
I don't either, but I'm gonna go with it." Like, so evidently,
I loved dare as a kid. But,
so like, you know, when they fried the eggs on the commercial, like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. My brain's eggs all the time, evidently.
I was just a troublemaker.
Yeah, mine just is still in the shell. I ain't cracked yet.
Yeah, don't do drugs.
Do not do drugs.
It's a terrible habit. Don't do heroin.
That's a bad habit, too.
Yeah, and watch out for the ghosts.
They'll get you.
Get you.
I'd never had anybody ask me that. I was like, what?
That's good though. That is good. That's like a good story to have, you know.
But yeah, I mean,
really
you
is.
never know what's going to affect somebody. So,
yep, that's true.
Like I now want to go work on tractors.
That's 40 acres.
I'm like, I'm missing out on money, man. I know some people got some tractors sitting out in the field.
Yeah, you're right. It just takes a little bit of hard work and love to get what you need.
That's such a good line, though. Like,
it is.
Find a little green.
And that John Deere
Oh God, that's a good line. Wish I'd have wrote that.
I was just thinking 4955 sitting there.
Ramey Lynn. Ramey's an artist. She's up there in Michigan. She's watching. She said, "Man, I really like this song." We met her at the Stockyards. We were playing a show, and she got up and we figured out she was a musician, and we made her get up in the break and play some. She's great, man.
I love
She's
the
super
Stockyards.
talented.
She's awesome.
You know, I do too.
In trouble.
Yeah, it'll get you in trouble big time.
I mean, every time I try to, I even tell myself, like, no, you're not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. And I go to Neon Moon.
That's
right by Billy
You
Bob.
jinx it when you say nothing's going to happen.
Mercy.
You jinx it. You jinx it when you say nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
I've sat between the alley of Neon Moon and Billy Bob's and just sat there and enjoyed.
That sounds like a song waiting to.
I kid you not.
That sounds like a song you need to write.
Yeah,
sitting in the alley.
Sitting in the alley above the, looking at the stars.
By Neon Moon.
Yeah, looking at the stars and a neon moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, looking at the stars, the neon moon. There you go.
See, there you go.
Oh, yeah, because it's a double
entendre.
Whoever's listening, we're gonna write this on break.
Yeah,
That's
looking
real
at the
good.
stars at the neon moon.
Hang on, I got this tune in my head. We gotta take a break.
All right, we do need a break. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. Kobe Lee Swift in studio with us this morning. So y'all be sure to tell your mom and them to tune in. You can find the links on our webpage at TexasHomegrownRadio.com.